Well, hello, guys, and in this case, live. Hello, young lady. Welcome to the call. Thanks for being here. This is the Team Panacea call. We do this call every Monday night at 8 p.m. Central. And, got some exciting stuff that we're going to chat about. Kim and I and Cody, of course, were in Coronado for the Upline Leadership Retreat. It was a lot of fun. And I think that we're both really excited about the things that are coming. And also excited about hopefully bringing some more people from Team Pan next year. But so what I want to talk about is what we discussed. It was a lot of it because it was pretty intimate. There was only 10 people there. There was a lot of brainstorming there. And so one of the things that we talked about, which you may have seen my post in Team Pan, is we're going to start doing a featured product of the month. Now, if you know me, sometimes I have trouble sticking with stuff, and I tried this about 3 or 4 months ago, maybe 5 months ago, and it didn't stick. But we're going to work together, Kim and I in particular, right now, because we're the only ones here, going to make sure that this happens. And so in the team page now, you might actually see some people making some posts about drinking their Energize or something along those lines, because the more that we are familiar with our products, the better we're going to be able to help people make a decision about whether or not it's something that's beneficial to them. And that you've probably heard before that the best coaches were really good customers first, or are still really good customers. So Energize is kind of low-hanging fruit because a lot of people use it already. But later we'll get on to other things like collagen or the digestive health, or some of those other boosts. And, we got plenty to choose from. So I wanted to talk to you a little bit. I'm going to leave my screen here so that I can read what I'm looking at here. But there's a couple of things that came out of this leadership weekend that we're really excited about, and it's just kind of getting finalized. And actually, my upline, Dave Ward, has his call tomorrow, and so he's honestly operating on his timeline to have everything done by his team call. Our team call's a little early, so not everything is ready for us, but by tomorrow around noon Texas time should be getting pretty close to being ready. But what we're going to be doing is we're going to be having daily power hours, going to be hosted by, just different people from the team outside of Team Panacea as well. And it's just going to be an open link where you can send somebody to go and join in on that power hour, and they can ask questions, or they can just say, this is my hour that I'm going to work. And they've got their Zoom link going, but they're in there and they're doing the work, and they're doing the vital behaviors, and they're doing the inviting or the networking. Now, in addition to that, and I'm going to share the link in Team Panacea once it gets a little bit more filled out. But in addition to that, I'm in a leadership group for the Central region, and this is kind of being spearheaded by Jamie Shepard, who is a 15-star. But that's also going to be an additional 2 hours per day of power hours, led by somebody that's 9 to 14 star, and anybody can get on there. And if you just want to get on there and work while other people are working, that's fine. If you have questions, that's fine too. You just ask, and whoever the leader is that's going to be doing that is going to be going to be there to help you. So I have committed to let me see, I think it's Mondays, but that thing doesn't start until Wednesday. But I'm going to be leading that power hour. Pardon me while I pull it up to make sure. Mondays at 1 p.m. Central. And I'll share you that link with you later. It's not really, there's still about 7 slots left to fill out, give or take, actually more than that. But right now it's Chris Reed, Nikki Johnson, Jamie Shepard, Ruth Schroner, And I guess somebody that so high speed, she just needs one name because Courtney is also on there. So I'll figure out who Courtney is, and we'll go from there. The other thing that's really exciting is we're going to start doing like I think bi-weekly or every 2 weeks, kind of means the same thing, business opportunity presentations, and that's also going to be led by different volunteers and volunteer leaders. And the cool thing about this, guys, is it's going to be something that a new coach, when they just come in, you're going to have these people that you can plug them into and say, hey, you know what? If you don't have time or you don't feel comfortable telling them about the business or answering their questions or whatever, then you can direct them to that particular link, that particular call that's going to be happening on a consistent basis every 2 weeks. All of this stuff should be finalized by, like I said, by tomorrow afternoon, and really excited to be sharing that with you guys as soon as we get it. Kim, did you want to talk a little bit about anything you wanted to add from leadership? And then you had some tips on how to use stories, and I definitely need to listen to that because I'm still struggling with stories.
Sure. I think it was terrific to be part of that strategic planning for coming up with a monthly cycle full of tools that are going to help the team. I think that BizOp call, even as long as I've been working as a coach, I wouldn't feel great leading a BizOp call. Or I think if I prepared one, there might be 1 or 2 people, and I'd spend all my time getting ready for it, and maybe nobody would show up. And having a group one like this by an experienced leader who is already good at BizOp calls is a fantastic place for me to feel good about bringing someone who wants to be a coach or who's considering it, and to be on the call with him if I choose, and listen to what that experienced person has to say, because I think that's going to be a fantastic call. I loved being a part of the leadership training this weekend. It was a terrific blend of activity and bonding and strategic planning and some of the table talk and conversation where you get a chance to ask the questions in a small group setting like that that'll help your business grow. We don't yet know for next year what the qualifying criteria will be, but it will be in the fall. And this year, you needed to either be a diamond coach or be in Success Club. Do you remember how many months they said?
I don't remember. I think it was 9, but I could be wrong about that.
But that's something to watch for, because it may change next year, but that's what it was for this year, just to give you a ballpark idea of how to qualify for that. But it was an amazing experience, and I highly recommend it.
Yeah, and I actually, while I'm thinking about it, and again, something that you'll be seeing tomorrow that is pretty exciting is some templates on Canva that you can be sharing with other people, and this should be an ongoing project. So right now, there's 6 weeks of work, and it's just different material. It looks really good, and it's something that's going to catch people's eye when you share it. But the cool thing is that you're going to be able to customize it and put your link in there for your information or your contact information. And again, it's going to be another tool that we can give new coaches and say, hey, you know what? Just if just use this stuff to begin with. And of course, we want to be there to help our new coaches with other things, but just putting tools in their hands that they can start using right away, to where they don't have to be thinking of all of these conversations, I think it's going to be very beneficial.
Yeah, I thought he was saying that this Canva presentation is one that you would use in your Instagram stories, and they could click on it and it would take them to your site, and so it's going to be editable. Right. So it's going to be so you can edit that in Canva, in the free version of Canva. So I think that's pretty sweet.
Okay, and so I'm sorry, I think I interrupted you, but you were talking a little, you were going to talk about your stories also, your tips for stories.
Absolutely. I had a couple of things I wanted to show with it. Can you set it up so that I can share my screen?
I can, I'm pretty sure.
Or, you know what, I can just click share and see if it lets me, because it used to be only admin could share. Okay, can you see my screen?
I can.
Oh, okay, cool. Here we go. So I wanted to share some things with you about Instagram stories to let you know some ways that you can be using this to grow your business. So in Instagram stories, the more of the features you plug in on a story, the more likely it is that your story is going to make the news feed or move up. It's not exactly a news feed, but in the story feed, the more their features you use, the more likely yours is going to be seen or get moved forward. So this was a video that I put together, but this is just a screenshot from that video. But I tagged a location, and I added a little bit of text, and I added a poll. So I have 3 features that I used to increase the number of eyes that would get on this. But what I want you to notice about this is what I said for the poll choices, because I didn't just say yes or no. I said 2 positive responses. I don't want to hear from you if your answer is no to this question about whether they want to try it for free. So the new workout I'm going to be streaming soon is the work, but there is a free sample available right now. So if they want to try it, try the sample for free, the poll options are free, okay, or send me the link. And so they're both positive responses. And that's a trick that I use frequently in my poll, because I don't want to sort through all the no's. I just want to hear from the people who do want to. So this was seen by 61 people. You can see in the lower left. And then when you click on the lower left, now this is just a slideshow, so it's not going to work here. But on your phone, when you're looking at your Instagram stories and you see that lower left corner where it says seen by 11 to 12 people, you can click on that, and then it will show you who those people are. So I'm going to go to the next screen. So this is just a screenshot of some of the people who saw my story, and at the top are the ones who voted or took the poll. So I circled, I don't know that person's name, Celine, and Celine said that she wanted to see the link. So all I have to do is click on that little arrow and send her a link. So when I click on that little arrow for her, a message box pops up, and I send this little message, thanks for taking my poll, and it goes straight to her messenger then. So I said to her, this is whatever I said to Alina. Okay, thanks for requesting the sample of my workout. I have a group of ladies who are doing this together. Do you want to connect with us? And I sent her the link that she requested for the sample video. What she sees when she opens this then is she sees the little thumbnail of what the story was, so it kind of jogs her memory. Oh, I remember what story that was that I took a poll on, and this is Kim's response to my request for that poll that I took. So later on, if I went back to Instagram and just clicked on messages, not even in stories, but just clicked on messages, I would be able to see this in my messages, so I could see the people that I sent it to or whatever, or what I said to them. But that's one of the ways that you can capitalize on Instagram stories, because you can see who looked at it and who didn't. Now I'm going to back up a couple of slides, because below the voters is the list of because I had 5 voters, so that means there were 56 other people who looked at it and didn't vote. Those people's names are all down there too. One of the things that you might do when you're new at this is to put a poll on there. Do you want to see that? Do you want to try the sample workout of what I'm doing? Yes, please. Send me the link, whatever you want to put on your poll. Then you could look through that list and legitimately say to these customers, hey, I'm practicing some things with my Instagram story. Would you do me a favor and take the poll for me? And when you do that to the people who have seen your story, and you do that through that messenger, just like what's circled there, then they're going to see which story frame you're asking them to take the poll on, and they could just tap on it and pop up there and do the poll. Then after they've taken that poll, you can go back to those people who are practicing with you because you're experimenting with Instagram stories and just say, hey, thanks for helping me practice on this. By the way, did you want to see the free workout? Some of them might say yes. And that's a foot in the door for a potential sale of the work. So that's what I have to say about that.
No, that's awesome. And so, you know, guys, just something that worked for me yesterday or whatever. I think it was yesterday. But, you know, we don't train a lot to just post videos or post real salesy stuff. But I did post that 1 minute, 6 weeks of the work sizzle reel. Said, hey, I'm about to start doing this. And I think somebody commented that, hey, it looks like this other workout. But somebody else commented, hey, you know what, I want to do that. And I was able to translate that into a challenge pack. So, you know, just constantly kind of changing how you do things. But like Kim's talking about, sharing stuff and looking at who is commenting or looking at who is seeing your stuff and reaching out to them and putting them in your funnel. I'm about to sneeze. So anyway, thanks, Kim Harden and Jessica, also for jumping on the call. Congratulations, Kim, for signing that coach today. That's fantastic. Still got time. Make a Success Club this month. And thank you very much. I guess I'm going to stop saying thank you. And I will see you guys later. I'll post the recording soon. Bye.
Bye.